Basketball wives, child. Excuse the little wet marks on my shirt, child. Drinking some water. Yeah. Basketball wives. So, basketball wives. Okay, my hands are bothering me today. I'm about to wash them. We just have to wash our hands. Not that I didn't, because I always do. But you just have to wash your hands so much now. It's like, at least me, like, I'm so paranoid, especially already having it. I do not want to get it again because it could be worse next time. And I'm just not, it's just not it. So can't constantly sanitize and constantly washing, just constantly. Basketball wise. So, what's going on with these ladies? Oh, they're some of the most irritating people. Let's see. So, like I pretty much figured, the arrangement of the houses, so it's two houses. Jackie got a house, which is OG Jennifer and Jackie, and the two sisters is coming on. Who's coming on, I believe, next week. So they're going to be a part of the Jackie house. But then we have the Evelyn house, which is Evelyn, Shawnee, Malaysia, Kristen. It was supposed to be Phoebe, but Phoebe had, got exposed to somebody with COVID. I don't think she had it though, but she, got exposed, so she wanted to take a little break. But I do think Phoebe is joining later on. I think maybe, I don't know, but so anyway, yeah. So Phoebe stayed at the house, but they got a house full over there at the Shawnee Mansion. Like I said, to, I guess, even the girls out a little bit, the newer girls is going to go over there to Jackie house. Now, the other new girl is Liza, I believe, Morales, Lamar Odom's ex, and baby mother and all that. So she's over there with the Shawnee house, and it's so funny. They're really trying to make these girls seem as if they are not petty and shallow and colorist and everything else, and nice and all. Because there's no way in the world they would not talk about that girl, Liza. She's a lovely woman. Not that she's bad looking or nothing. She's not, of course. But as far as her fashion's up the part and makeup and hair up the part, y'all know how these ladies on the show do. So I mean, but they're trying to be good angels this season, so ain't nobody saying nothing. And talking about putting her in the house with friends. She don't even know these people, and they don't even know her. You don't want to know them, not the real them, sweetheart, Liza. I'm trying to save you, girl. We're trying to save you, girl. Get out that house. Get out. That lady house. Get out Shawnee's house. Get out Shonda's house. A mess. So anyway, we shoot to the Shawnee house first. Or they're getting ready or whatever. Anyway, we're just going to go straight to the house. Malaysia, she's in there talking to Evelyn. And they're talking about Jackie and all that kind of stuff, and Malaysia was just like, I just don't want to be around her. I just don't need to be around her. I'm like, ooh, not Malaysia from Compton. She's like, oh, I just don't want to be responsible for hitting the old lady. Let me tell you something. Malaysia, you might hit Jackie. Talking about she gonna beat her. You might hit Jackie, but I think Jackie got some paw. Jackie put them paws on you. Jackie got something for you. Jackie got something for you, for real. So I would love to see that for real. I like Jackie, but y'all know how I do bouncing. Um, I like Jackie, but you know, look, she can feel how she want to feel. So she feels there's no colorism on the cast, and that's her business. If she feel like there's no racism on the cast, that's her business. But at the end of the day, we know what time it is, and she do too. But she's trying to keep a check. I don't know why. I don't think Jackie really needs this check like that. I mean, Doug is loaded. You know, she's good. You don't never hear Jackie crying for money. So I mean, I don't know, but you know, some people just like to be famous. Some people just like to be on TV. Some people just like to say that they have their own. As controversial as it is, you got your own, I guess, to a certain extent. So you know, hey, I guess, and that's fine if she don't see that. Um, but we do, beloved, and it just annoys me. But somebody said on Twitter. I'm going to be reading some tweets probably later. Somebody said on Twitter that, of course, Jackie would not see colorism and don't believe in all that kind of stuff because she does that to her daughters. It's like, y'all know Jackie got a brown-skinned daughter and a light-skinned daughter. Y'all know the light-skinned daughter who's not by Doug, but people thought was Doug's or whatever. And, you know, she treated her, what's her name, Shandai, whatever, treated her differently than she treated that oldest girl. So I mean, we know that for sure. So I mean, at least from what we've seen, you know. So I mean, maybe Jackie got a little bit of that in her too. Maybe. I mean, just because, you know, what's the saying? All skin folk ain't kin folk. We can sit over there with the same skin, look just alike, and you still look down your nose at me. Ooh, who is this black blonde? How dare he? Y'all know. Jackie, you looking real funny to me. That flip-flopping stuff just really irks me. It really chafes my behind. It really, really does. Like, stand for something. Like, my God, I just don't see colorism. Da, 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 da. Okay, so they called you aggressive, they called you crazy and all that kind of stuff and everything. Okay, Jackie, I guess you just like those terms. Not saying that you know, is you know, racism and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, it all encompasses, these are all words that's used to describe a woman, OG, who has not put her hands on nobody yet. So that's how else is we supposed to think? Who cares about a threat? Y'all actually have acted on the threats. Look at all the stuff Evelyn done did. It's just amazing to me. It is absolutely amazing. Shawnee gonna say at one point in the episode, she gonna say, colorism, no, like racism, I don't even know what that means. Not a part of this cast. Now, if she would have said that that there's favoritism when it comes to Evelyn, then yes. I'm like, but Shawnee, we've been saying that you favor Evelyn over everybody else. We've been saying that you low-key want to be Evelyn. You low-key, you know, you look up to Evelyn for some reason. I mean, we've been saying that kind of stuff, Shawnee. I mean, it's clear. You allow Evelyn to do whatever the heck she wants to do, and nothing is ever done about it. That's clear. But you finally can admit to favoritism, but not the colorism. But why would you admit to it? Really? Why would any of these women admit to colorism? A, because of the backlash. B, because of a check. And C, because most of them benefit from colorism, being lighter skinned. Or non-black women at all. Like our favorite Afro-Latina, Evelyn. So, why should they care? It's not their life. It's not their experience. Most people are not invested enough or care enough to try to look at life through other people's lenses. It don't affect them. They benefit from the wilder child. They want all the men. Why would they say, "Oh no, you're not right"? Men don't talk about black women. Don't talk about dark skinned women like that. How dare you? Why would they say that? That would make why? So they can take our men. So they can take the men. So we can not share. No, I want all the men. Give me all the praise. It's just stupid. Not even understanding that they have privileges and all that, but I mean, to racist folk, they put us in the same boat. So I mean, but you just a little bit closer, or a lot closer in our favorite Afro Latinos, to white case, and so you cool, you can slide right on in. Evelyn, I would never say that. I would never say that about anybody. I would never say that. I would be talking about my kids. I would be talking about your kids. I would be talking about my daughter, my son, my granddaughter, my niece, my stepkids. Y'all think Evelyn get it or no? What y'all think? Y'all think Evelyn get it or no? She's exhausting. I'll tell you that. You would think being a black woman, as an Afro-Latina woman, you would get it. You think you would get it. Now, here's my thing. Do y'all think that it's racism, or do y'all think that it's colorism? I think that it's... Listen, all the isms are horrible. All the isms are related to each other. But I think it's classism. I think it's colorism for sure. I think it's featureism. Favoritism. And it's all the isms. It's all the isms. I guess the big picture of it all would be, and I'm not talking about this show in particular or just this show, the big picture of it all is racism, because colorism comes from racism, and whatever it is that you are closest to white, and putting us against each other, and making these group of people feel horrible about who they are and how they look and their features, because it's less white, than these people right here in the middle, and it just trickles on up. So obviously I understand the big picture, but I don't think that this show understands that, because nobody has ever called it out before, even though it's always been here. Even at one point, I have to say, Tammy participated in it as well. She did at one point. And they all the popular girls, they always get a girl on their team to do their dirty work. You see all these movies, and even in real life sometimes you have a group of popular people, and you have that one person that's the most aggressive person in the room. And usually that's the one that's darker. How about that? Or the one that's bigger, or whatever it is, the one that's more gutter than the rest of them, because the popular ones, the cute ones, the most desirable ones, they're not going to get their little hands dirty, child. So we're going to send Neek over there to run the show, child. So they can sit back and just laugh. And, they really don't fool with Neek either. They low-key think they're better than Neek. But she do whatever we say, and she kiss our ass, so we'll keep her around. Kristen took her silky haired ass over there to OG. OG set her straight. She was like, well, I share the same skin tone as you, OG. Like we're similar skin tones. And she was like, look, you have European features, more European features than I do. And they accept you mainly because you kiss their tail, which is what so many has done on the show. The people that did not kiss their tails had the hardest time on the show, and eventually they kicked them off. So I would love to hear what Royce Reed has to say about this whole thing. It's a lot. It is a lot, but you know they had a little conversation and stuff, and so OG had to school her again, and she was just like, "Oh, now it's featureism." You know, these people ain't never heard about that, whatever. You know, we had racism. Now people are understanding colorism, and I guess featureism is another word that people will have to log on to and get it. But I just hope that one day we all get it and realize that we are all fighting a machine, which is racism and imperialism and just all the isms. And it's just, I just wish we can fully realize that, and all of us can just come together one day and just realize this is all just set up. How do you get rid of a people? You have them take themselves out, take each other out, because they couldn't possibly do anything with all of us. So how, you take them out, put liquor stores in their neighborhoods, You're not allowed to have a gun, but they make it easy for you to get one and all this kind of stuff, Put them in certain neighborhoods, they make them difficult to find jobs, so they turn to, selling drugs and everything else. And, child, y'all know. But let's just get back on this shallow, petty show, because this is a small, microscopic piece in the big puzzle of life. Ooh. I thought of that myself, y'all. I did. So yeah, she went over there and went back. The OG set her straight, on one hand, I can say that I appreciate Christian for going over there and trying to understand. But ultimately, I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. OG's just too smart for y'all. And on top of that, you also just, to take color out of it and colorism and all that, you just refuse to see your wrongdoing in the situation. That is a big part of the problem. So you just refuse to believe that you did anything wrong. You just don't get it. So Kristen went back over there to talk to the collective. They all sitting on the bed. Shawnee, oh yeah, I waited up for this. And then, her reaction was different. Once Kristen told her what happened, she was like, I waited up for this. You see how that's different? So, she told her about that, and then OG was laughing. Not OG. Kristen was laughing when she was telling her, the team, about, what their conversation was like, making a joke out of it. And, of course they didn't get it. And Malaysia's joking about it, the other brown-skinned woman in the room. Child. And, child, it's just ridiculous. Jackie was like, oh yeah, I'm happy that y'all were able to come to some kind of understanding. There's no confusion. And OG was like, there was never any confusion on my part. I always do what Kristen lied. No, Kristen say, okay, we have similar skin tone and we're both brown skin girls, dark skin girls, whatever. Okay. Oh, okay, Kristen, it's OG talking. Okay. She was like, and oftentimes you will have a darker skinned person against a lighter skinned person, and you keep choosing the lighter side. Christian's just sitting there looking. Lord, I don't get it. They had to have watched themselves now, how they carried on last season. How could you not think that that's what it is? But like I said, that's not a word they had to learn or study up on, because it only affects them in a positive way, not a negative. So why should they care? That's honestly, that's what it is. And people love getting attention. They love the attention. They love the attention the men give them and fawning over them and all that, child. Evelyn's selling her bunions and corns on OnlyFans. Fans only. So I mean, how much I saw? She was charging like $25. I saw Phoebe too on there. She's selling what she got. Her little Tide box. So please, these people ain't nobody. What do these people know, child? Nobody's role models. Ain't nobody's scholars, child. What else is going on? Jennifer and all her hair, child. Jennifer just came for vacation. Jennifer don't even want to talk to the other girls in the house, and I'm here for it. Jennifer in her sweats, she chilling. She at the at the pool, child. Jennifer was like, "Well, what we gonna eat tonight? Should we order DoorDash?" Jennifer is not. Jennifer don't care. Jackie and Jennifer is getting into it because she don't like how negative and stuff Jennifer is. And which I get that, but this is also why I get irritated with Jackie. It's like she's constant. I don't know what Jackie gets out of it. Maybe Jackie has an ulterior motive. I hope she's getting something out the deal. I hope Jackie's getting the executive producer credit. I hope she's getting an extra check because Jackie is working overtime, running back and forth from house A to house B to house B to house A, trying to bring people together. These people over here in house A, they don't think they're wrong, Jackie. And you also not going to tell them that they're wrong, just like so many others. So sit down and rest your feet, child. Who cares about Jennifer getting child? And then I heard Jennifer, she back friends with Evelyn. Because I saw on Twitter that her OG was going back and forth. They was talking about OG not filming in her home. Apparently, OG rented a place, or OG filmed in a home that wasn't hers when she had that family scene with her family. And I'm like, so? Y'all don't have nothing else to talk about? You're back on the petty stuff. Stay on topic. Stay on topic. But they don't want to stay on topic, child. They don't want to admit nothing. Child. Just a mess. Just a mess. A mess. A mess. Is there anything else going on, y'all? Let me see. Oh yeah, Liza Morales. Her Lamar Odom ex. Allegedly, Lamar Odom smoked up all the $200K that they was gonna use for their son's college fund. They say allegedly Lamar Odom done allegedly smoked up all the $200K. Oh, Lord. Lamar, I hope you ain't smoked up your baby's college fund. They say they can't find the money. Y'all got the money? I ain't got it. Lamar. That poor man. Let me see. Yeah, it's ultimate. It's many reasons, but that's why I feel like these ladies don't get it. A, because they benefit from it, most of them, Shawnee and Evelyn in particular. B, because nobody ever called this out, like they should have a long time ago. What else I was gonna say? See, yeah, they also are probably looking at it like this is a small, like their show is for colorism and racism and all that. This little show is for, they're looking at it in a small scale, and the show is small compared to the big issue, but this show is a part of the world, and I'm glad that we're talking about it on this small scale, so that hopefully we can talk about it and possibly change it and re-brainwash ourselves fully and, get things situated around the world for everybody. Long way to go. Long way to go. Yes. Let's see. So that's crazy. Let me see read some tweets. How about that? Let's see what the people on Twitter is talking about. My girl Shawnee, Deshaun Love Holiday. Shouts out to you, Love. She says, reminder, Shawnee O'Neal fired OG from Basketball Wives LA. Or, Basketball Wives. And then rehired because too many of us spoke on the colorism she blindly ignored. She needs to just go to Houston and let Jackie Christie be the head queen in charge, since she doesn't care. I kind of like that idea. But could Jackie y'all know Jackie's a little off. But I think Jackie definitely deserves it. Jackie has outweighed all these girls on the LA cast. And I think Jackie deserves it. And it's not like we're going to miss Shawnee. So she can go. But with Shawnee leaving, some of the other girls going to go. Evelyn's definitely leaving. Malaysia may or may not. It depends on how much she needs the money. I think Malaysia needs this check bad. So she may stay. I think Kristen needs his check bad. She may stay. If I was Jennifer, I would have been left the show. But Jennifer keeps coming back, so Jennifer needs this check. Yeah, I mean, how do y'all think it'll go if Jackie runs the show and Shawnee goes down there to Houston, which is where she's staying at anyway? Still want to be seen. Get down there with them kids, child. Tend to your children. And read up on race in America. Funny looking girl. So anyway, let's see. At ma_thought says, when you label another woman aggressive who wasn't aggressive and refuse to label another woman aggressive of a lighter complexion, how should OG or the viewers feel? Thank you. And she left this gift. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Shouts out to her. Let me see. Y'all see it? Yeah. How are we supposed to feel, y'all? At Nini_689 said, this is her. She said, oh, OG is just pushing this colorism storyline, my ASS. I hope they don't think we forgot about them having OG film her parts of the last reunion in a separate room because everyone else suddenly felt afraid for their lives. Dismiss me with the BS. Amen. They think we forgot, y'all. I think we forgot. The last tweet, let's see, is coming from Hot Coco, and that's Coco, that's Hot, and Coco COCO 6519238 says, at this point, Jackie needs to just go in the other house. I feel like that is where she wants to be anyway. Do y'all agree? I kind of do. I don't know. I don't think Jackie really liked them girls. Or maybe who knows what crazy Jackie think about. Who knows? Mama needs a check, so she ain't think about nothing. But, I don't know. Y'all know Basketball Files. It's more mess. I simply do not know. If they come back for another season, I don't know how. I don't know how they come back. Because OG already revealed to us, shouts out to Storm Monroe, that, because he did an interview with OG. And OG said that two of the girls came around. So I'm assuming Kristen and Malaysia probably came around OG and tried to settle the hatchet. We already seen Kristen's failed attempt. But she said two of the other ladies she never saw. So I'm assuming that would be Shawnee and Evelyn. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. This is going to be a good one, child. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at Iskinsworld on Instagram and Twitter. At Iskinsworld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye. A mess.